I'm out here in the middle of nowhere during the night attempting to retake a shot that I took 2 years ago. Back then, the lens that I used for astrophotography was new to me, and I ended up getting this shot. It's not a bad shot, but as you can see, the stars are getting elongated, especially in the upper right-hand corner. This happened because of a combination of two things. One, I didn't have my focus dialed in correctly. Two, I used a shutter speed that was too long. There are a number of ways that you can figure out the shutter speed for an astrophotography image. The one that I used back then was the rule of 500, which is you take the number 500 and divide it by the focal length of your lens, in this case 14 millimeters, and that will give you the longest maximum shutter speed that you can use. Which, with that method, it told me that the shutter speed could be up to 30 seconds, and I opted for a shutter speed of 25 seconds. Since then, the app that I use to plan astrophotography outings has had an update and added new tools, and one of those tools lets you determine the maximum shutter speed that you should use based on the sensor in your camera. In this case, it tells me that the maximum shutter speed I should use is 17 seconds. So I have opted to use a shutter speed of 15 seconds, and I have raised the ISO to compensate and get the same exposure. I've got my remote control, so I'm going to take 5 images in a row with these settings, and if a plane flies overhead, I should hopefully still get a good one. I'm going to turn out all my lights and take this photo now. f2.8, 15 seconds, ISO 5000. Now that I have an exposure of the sky, I want to get a cleaner exposure of the foreground. To do that, I will switch the camera to bulb mode so that I can use a shutter speed of longer than 30 seconds and drop the ISO down to 800. Once again, using photo pills, I've figured out that the shutter speed I need to use is 1 minute and 34 seconds. So I will turn out all my lights and take this exposure now. Since I shot this in the winter time, the Milky Way is fainter, but the focus is right and the stars are sharp, so I'm much happier with this image. I hope you enjoyed coming along as I retook this photo. If you did, please give the video a like and maybe even consider subscribing. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, bye for now.